Sir, my question is this morning on church discipline, sir. When a brother or a sister has held, as woman normally says, that to err is human, but to forgive is divine. Now, when a brother has held or gone into sin and is placed under discipline, sir, my question is, for how long does that individual stay in that discipline before it's called back? And the second one is, sir, who determines the recovery of that individual? Thank you, sir.
Now, the man is suffering. How many years will it take, for goodness sake, to restore this man? The number of years it will take to come to himself. The number of years it will take for him to say, I will arise and go unto my father. The number of years it will take for him to become humble. There is humiliation. There is humility. The number of years it takes for him to move out of that humiliation. You know, the circumstances humiliated him. The hunger humiliated him. And going to the swine to feed the swine humiliated him. Restoration did not come after that humiliation, but it's when he said, I will arise and go unto my father, and I will say unto my father, Father, I am no more worthy. That's what it means. That humility now drives him to make the right confession and say, look at me, I have suffered. I'm not even asking for being a son now. My brother there, how many years will it take to restore him to the position he had before? Are you looking for position? The man was not looking for position. I was a son. And now I'm not worthy to be a son. My life in the wilderness, my life in the far country does not justify you even making me a son. Make me one of your hired servants. My brother, that is repentance. But you know, the church that now capitalizes on work. I was a worker. I want to be a worker now. I prayed. And there's no humility there. And there's no submission there. And there is no transformation and change of life. No, the pastors and the shepherds and the people that hurriedly restore people. And when they come back, have you not noticed? They begin to behave and live exactly as they were living and behaving before they were disciplined. But we follow the scriptures. The father did not run to the far country to go and look for him there. The father stayed where he stayed. God in heaven is holy. He remains holy. God in heaven is righteous. He remains righteous. God in heaven is purer than gold and purer than diamond. He remains where he is until the sinner comes back home. The prodigal comes back home. Don't bring sentiments into the worship of God that will twist the hands of the leaders. He has spent 6 months in undisciplined. Yes, my friend, check out from him. He's still doing the same thing he was disciplined for. Permit me to tell you a story. We had in Lagos here a man, one of our members, one of our workers, one of our leaders. When the lady came, a lady came and said, so and so, a leader, tried to rough handle me, wanted to rape me. I need to tell you the facts so you are not guessing what happened to him. And so I called him and I said, this particular lady came and reported that you tried to rape her. I said, Pastor, me? He said, you know me now? I said, yes, I know you, but here is the report. And he said, no, it did not happen. And you know, you need to know who you are dealing with. I looked at him face to face. I said, yes, it happened. Oh, he said, Pastor, you were not there, but the Spirit of God was there. And eventually, he bolted out. He said, since you don't believe me and you don't take my word, I don't accept what you're saying. And I said, you are under discipline. We took the position from him. 6 months I called him after. I said, why are we like this? You know me, I know you. You did this thing. He said, I said no. And you're not taking my word. I said, remain under the discipline. 1 year went, I called him. I said, let's settle this matter. He said, I told you no, and it is no. I said, okay, go your way. The 3rd year, when he was still under discipline, he came to me and said, Pastor, I want to confess that thing happened. I said, I told you now, I know you. And I know that thing happened. I said, why didn't you accept at that time? And you're using bold face. And you know, some of his friends that he told, I did nothing, I did nothing. Some of those friends, they tried to raise dust here and dust here. I acted as if I didn't see. Until he came after 3 years and said, now I accepted. I said, you know, my friend, now you start discipline, because all these 3 years you were pushing me and twisting my hand, and you didn't accept that anything happened. And so he started the discipline. Eventually, you know, after the discipline, we restored him. And he left Lagos. He went to the stage. And in the stage where he was not doing anything. And so after my preaching, one of the nights, people lined up. They were seeing me one by one. And he was next on the line. And he came and I said, wonderful, here you are now. He said, yes, I'm here now. Since when did you get here to this stage? He told me. And I said, what work are you doing now here? He said, the state overseer did not give me any work to do. I said, what? Didn't you tell him that you have been released from discipline when you were in Lagos? He said, that's where I called. I stopped the line. I stopped the queue. And I called the state overseer. I said, state overseer, look at this brother. He's been a worker from Lagos. Something happened with discipline him. But we have released him from the discipline. Why? Is he just lying fallow there, not doing anything? And the state overseer looked at him and said, brother so and so, why didn't you tell the GS what happened when you came to our state here? And he was looking. So I said, overseer, tell me what happened. He said, this, your man from Lagos, from the headquarters, he came over here and he tried to rough handle a lady until the lady ran out. I looked at him, I said, I called his name, I said, so and so. Did this happen? He dropped his head and said, yes, sir. And you know, restoring people is not just walk. If you die on the work and you're still a kind of rebellious, disobedient, sinful, polluted, and corrupted person, if you die, even when you're on the job, you'll go to hell. That's the reason why we take time or want to be sure